What's up, everybody? It's your boy Monte Morris, the Denver Nuggets, and you are watching Inside Access with Mr. Basketball Live.
What's up, y'all? This is Mr. Basketball Live. What's up, y'all? Mr. Basketball.
With the 51st pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Monte.
Let's talk about draft day first. What was draft day like?
Draft day was probably one of the scariest times of my life, for a positive way. First off, I want to thank God and my family for being in that situation. Because without them, none of it would be possible at all. So draft day, just not knowing where you're going to end up is the most nerve-wracking thing. The whole day you couldn't sleep. Went to the barbershop, they talking about it. And you just guessing where you're going to end up. And, I ended up 51. It was a late night. I didn't go to probably 11 at night. They were excited to draft me and flew right out after the next day to come here. So that was it.
All right, so why didn't you go to Brooklyn? They have it at Brooklyn now, right? Not in Madison Square Garden. So why didn't you fly off to Brooklyn? Why did you do it in a restaurant? Exactly?
Because honestly, I do it for the culture, like I said, and for Flint, Michigan. I wanted everybody to feel a part of it just because, a lot of people, haven't made it out to go to NBA from where we come from, just a handful. So for me to do it in the city, just with my guy Kyle Kuzma, he had his own thing in the city too. Just brought the community together and shine light on the city.
Right.
Yeah.
Playing the 7, right? Monte Morris versus Mr. Basketball Live. Let's go. I got to get the ball. Oh, I'm shooting for ball. Tough shot. Okay. Basketball Live in the building. One stop. Defense wins championship. Do you know that you're going to be picked for sure, or is it like a waiting game like the rest of us?
Man, it's like a student, taking a test, and I felt prepared for it. And, you was gonna have a good outcome on that test, and that was the same I felt about the draft. I felt like my resume, what I did in college, me being a great role model in Ames, Iowa, and beyond that, I had good light on my name. Wasn't nothing bad coming from it, and I performed on the court, so I kind of knew I would have an opportunity to get drafted. If I didn't get drafted, I feel like Twitter would have went crazy. But honestly, I just felt like I went about my 4 years professional, and that's something the organization was definitely looking for.
Okay, so talk to us about before draft day. So you finished college, what, March?
May. I graduated in May, but I was done. I just had like one online class, so I had traveled to LA like right after the season.
Okay, so the season is done when, March? Yeah,
we lost in March. I went to LA probably like that next week and trained real hard, man, and didn't come back to Iowa until May, like right before graduation, and went up to the combine after that, started working out, then draft day came.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the combine. So you have to be invited to the combine?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're invited,
60 players.
60 players?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it 60 seniors or 60 players in general?
60 players.
In general?
Yeah, there was people there that didn't sign with the agent too, so.
Okay.
Just to get to look at everybody.
Right.
Yep.
So how did you do at the combine that year?
My first game, me being a point guard, I feel like I didn't play how good I wanted to play. I felt like I was kind of out of rhythm.
Right.
I mean, not playing a game, you're just working out. Not playing 5-on-5 for so long.
Right.
And 2 months off of playing 5-on-5, you have to get acclimated back.
Right.
And with me being a point guard, I know my job is to get everybody shots. And I had All-American, I had Dylan Brooks on my team. He was a V from Kansas, Cameron Oliver. Like, I had guys that could put the ball in the hole. So just watching them play in the college atmosphere, you're trying to mimic their games or what they do on your team if you was a point guard. So I'm trying to get everybody shots and things like that. But the second day, I turned it up and I was satisfied. Finished with like 14-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you been working on your game while you're here at the Combine and as you get ready for the draft?
At the Combine, I really didn't want to show much I've been working on. They always say, do what got you here. So I was more facilitating, shooting floaters, and trying to knock down shots when I got the chance. When I got to the line, make free throws. I honestly been working on my deep ball range. I took a few. You know, they look online, you know, they didn't look terrible. So I've been working on that, you know, and I'm ready to show that, you know, wherever I go to with the team.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Yeah, let me shoot. Yes, sir. Woo! Yo, Monte's strong as shit, y'all. Come on, baby. Gotta back him down. One zip. Oh, he missed that. So the Combine is just like a slew of games? Or?
Yeah, it's two scrimmages.
Okay.
Every day, two scrimmages, 20 minute.
How many days?
It's like a 5-day process.
5 days, wow.
Because one day is just all medical. Like I was at the hospital from like 7 a.m. to probably like 8 at night, and I never tore nothing or did anything. But any injury, you know, they scan your body, and every NBA team comes in there and ask you about the injury.
Wow.
And so it's a long process. You got to pass tests, do the treadmill test, 21 minutes up a hill to test your heart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Process, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so after the Combine, so you did well at the Combine. What's next after the Combine?
We started the workouts. I think I went straight from Chicago to Indiana. Pacers was my first workout.
Okay.
And then San Antonio, Orlando, Sacramento, Lakers.
Right.
And then that's when I hurt myself, and I didn't work out again until New Orleans, June 21st. Because the draft was 22nd.
So you actually didn't work out for Denver, or what?
Nah, I interviewed with Denver at the Combine. I just didn't get a workout in.
How was the workout today?
It was fun, real competitive. Got after it, you know, made some shots, missed some shots. But, you know, at the end of the day, we was all in here competing.
Anything in particular you're trying to showcase today?
Just that I'm a leader. Talk with a lot of guys, and I know at the next level I'll be a leader at the point guard position. So just trying to communicate as much as possible, you know, and make plays.
Got to ask you, coming from Iowa State, I know you spent some time with George Niang. What's your relationship with him, and did he give you any tips coming in to work out for Indiana today?
No, he just said, you know, they love guys that talk and do things like that. So I just wanted to do that. And, you know, I sat in his locker today while I put on my stuff. So I shot it well enough, I think, today, you know, for him to be happy.
Oh yeah, good team! Good comeback! Wide open. Wide open. Mr. Basketball Live. 2-1. I can shoot it, man. Wow. Ah! 3-1. NBA ready. Oh yeah, he's playing D now. Ah! Okay, so talk about the interview process. So, so your workouts is not just on court, right? You gotta interview. So, what is the interview process like?
I mean, they just ask you questions. What type of person are you? You know, can you play here? Can you play there? Ask me, can I play off the ball? You know, and things like that. Just a filling out questionnaire type thing. They want to know your background as far as your parents, siblings, what you like to do, your hobbies on and off the court. Yeah,
so who's in the room most of the time? Like
everybody from the front office to
like GMs,
all the
coaches.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. And do they ask you anything that kind of catches you off guard, or like does your agent like prepare you for it?
Nah, I mean, I like going into stuff kind of not knowing what they're gonna ask me, so I'm not nervous of knowing what they're gonna ask me, and then they don't ask me that.
Yeah.
Now you all over the place. So I'd rather get caught off guard
Right.
to make me think faster. But
Right.
I think the craziest question was just like, if you was in a car and the light was about to turn red, is you stopping or you going through it? And I think that was just the.
So what did you say?
Nah,
Are you stopping or you going through it?
I said if my mama in the car, I'm gonna stop. If I'm solo, I'm going through it.
And what was the reaction?
Like, you know, they all laugh.
They all laugh.
Things, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Steve has weight room. All-time great. Around here, he just retired my rookie year. But well-known guy. So.
Okay. So I noticed all around the facility, they signed playoffs.
That's our goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah, we came short this year, but next season. So we going in training camp, working all off season for playoffs. So yeah, you got my boy Tyler right there, got me right there on the rook wall. You know, it's the rook side right here. Yeah, like we got all the pictures up with everybody. Yeah. Boy Melo right here, Jordan. Melo days.
Oh, Melo's still up here? So even like when people get traded, they still keep the pictures up?
Nah, this is like old, like, you know,
Right.
this is like old school, man. They got Mike up there and Melo, the legend here, so.
Right. So what do you say you're on the most? What workout do you do most, legs or upper body?
They're really trying to get my legs stronger,
Okay.
but we hit both of them hard.
Right.
Real hard.
Right. So what's summer league like?
Yeah, summer league, you know, it was eye-opening for me, just knowing, just like the guys like Juancho, Hernan Gomez, Malik Beasley was on my team. We ran a lot through them, you know, second-year guys, you know, getting those guys reps, getting those guys shots. You know, coach wanted to see how they would fit for the rotation this upcoming season. That's what summer league opened my eyes to. You know, you gotta wait your turn.
Right.
And when your name called, be ready to display your talents. And you know, they was ready to do that. And you know, now I'm going to my second year. I got a big load on my shoulders. You know, I didn't feel no pressure going into summer league. But now, I don't call it pressure, I just call it like sense of urgency, because I know I'm capable of it and I'm just ready to display it on that stage. So it's about time to do that, you know?
Right. Okay, so a lot of the fans want to know, like, when you get drafted, like, are you like an instant millionaire, or how does it happen? Like, what is the real with the NBA?
I mean, it's different contracts, like second round contracts, you kind of negotiate, you know. First round is the salary that you make.
Right.
And you just get paid, paydays, you know, every like 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. And does that start like from when you're drafted?
Nah. Oh, you gotta wait till like November.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then how do you survive from June to November?
You just, I mean, you're a regular student in college, you know, so you just gotta
Get by.
Get work. Yeah, but you know, once you start getting paid, you start knowing what you got, what's coming in.
Right.
Be pretty solid. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you do in the preseason game?
Every game I got in, I was playing probably like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because we was rotating a lot of point guards.
Right.
Starting Emmanuel at Golden State, starting Jamal the next night, resting them, starting Jameer the last 2. So we played Kuzma twice, you know, got the win.
Okay.
I had a big stop on him for the game winner down there. He tried to shoot a Hezo 3. I knew it was coming. He always shoot it from the Y, so I knew we played the YMCA. I knew it was a go-to move.
Do you guys trash talk at all?
Always.
All the time?
Always, yeah. I got to stop him, and then I played in San Antonio. I had 5 points in 4 minutes, something like that.
Right.
Then we played OKC. He didn't play me that last game. I played 4 games, though, but he didn't play me that last game. It was time for me to go to the G League season and kill that. It's all about, honestly, it's all about just going out there and grind. The G League ain't for no prima donna basketball player. It's savages down there that's trying to get call-ups and provide for them and theirs, you know. So if you ain't on that type of level, you're gonna get ate alive out there.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
my approach was that. You know, my teammate Will Barton played in the G League. He said he played there the first 2 years of his career. Look at him now, like so many guys like do it. Clint Capella's in the G League. Look at him. Right. The G League is not a punishment, man. So you know, I look at it as that.
Okay, so how do you know? So do they approach you? How do you know that you're going to the G League?
Yeah, they're gonna send you down this day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
You just gotta be ready because anything can happen. You can get called back up right away.
Right.
But I was taking that time to find myself as a person. You know, there's so much downtime. Just testing who that moment made me who I am like today. Like, because it's just you down there. You know, you talking to a few people that you're close with on the phone here and there. But as far as just you in a room in McAllen, Texas, I never thought I'd ever be.
Right.
It's probably one of the best times of my life, just finding who I was as a person. Though.
Right. So what's the communication like between you and Dembo while you're in the G League? Do they let you know and say, okay, you know what, we see you, you're grinding, okay, we may call you up? Like, what? How does that work?
I mean, the thing is, they don't send me down because they don't think I'm not a good player.
Right.
They send me down because they want me to keep getting better and getting reps. So when I'm playing, they call, you know, after the game, I had a great game. They sending me my stats, showing me highlights. It's a close-knit family, you know, and everybody pulling for you and things like that. They just want you to go down there and stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready when they call you up. So, I mean, that's the approach they came with me with, and that's the approach I already had before we had that combo. You know, I was ready to go down. I'm like, if I ain't gonna play, sit me down. Let me go ahead and get some burn and keep my tools tight.
Oh yeah, he missed that. What? Let's go! Short!
Keep going, Tay.
You missed that. Short. Hey. Go for it. This is why I gotta train, y'all. That's it. Oh, tough shot. Yes, sir! What's that? 5. You want one? Okay, so talk to us about the day that they called you up. What was that day like? Do you remember that day?
I got called up like 4 or 5 times. Like this year. Yeah.
Okay.
My best call up, I got called up my first 3 times. Jamal had a calf injury.
Jamal Murray?
Yeah, he had a calf injury. He gonna need you in Indy, but he ended up playing through it. I got called up against Minnesota. Gary was supposed to not play his knee.
Right.
I dressed, but I didn't play that game.
Okay.
And I stayed up probably like 2 more games, and then after that, I went back down. And February came, trade deadlines. We traded Emmanuel, you know, my good friend, Emmanuel Moutier.
Right.
Traded him to the Knicks. And then we was pursuing Devin Harris, which we got, but he didn't play against Houston because he was traveling and getting physicals and things like that.
Right.
That was my opportunity to show what I had.
Right.
He called my name first quarter. I went to go check in. Chris Paul checked in too with me. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Right.
You know, but after a few trips up and down the court, you know, I'm like, he's a basketball player, you know, somebody you idol. But, you know, he's making a living too. You got to do the same thing with him. And I ended up having a great game. Minutes as a rookie, 6 assists, 10 points. So it was a great experience.
So were you nervous when you got called up?
You just be so anxious. I know I've been doing it all my life playing basketball, but it's just like I needed that moment to let me know I can play in this league, and that moment definitely was that game on the court. finishing Clint Capella, at the rim, and Ryan Harrison, James Harden, all them out there with you. So when you balling and playing good against them, it took me to a whole nother level as a player.
Hey, man.
Better back up.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Oh, yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss. Okay. No!
Look at that wrist.
Look at this. That's game one, y'all. I was just getting warmed up, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Basketball Live lost to Monte, yes. For Colorado.
Also known as Mr. Basketball himself.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Basketball Live versus Mr. Basketball. But listen, Colorado, the air is just
different.
That's crazy.
His body say he acting totally different.
All right, so before going into the draft, you spent how many years in college? 4 years?
4 years.
So you did the whole 4 years, and that's not really a usual thing these days, right? So what kept you in college for so long?
I would say the group of guys that I was around that came in with us, we all came in together, and we had bigger goals than just being like celebrities, like around like anxiety. Like we wanted to win and win at a high level to keep the tradition going, keep it alive. And we wanted to prove to people that we could do it, without like DeAndre Kane and Melvin Ezra when we were like freshmen and sophomores, when they were just seniors pulling away. And I would say for me personally, staying 4 years, I wanted to also get my degree because nobody in my family got it. So yeah, I wanted to be
the first guy.
Yeah, the first guy to do it. And also like set goals. Like my junior year, I was like 150 assists away from all time at Iowa State. I was able to do that. All time in steals there. I had like 40 to go. So I'm like, man, I might as well finish it off.
But do you not get tempted by the money though? Like the opportunity?
I mean, you do, but the thing I know about me, like people say, you gotta go when you hot. I mean, you do, but if you keep working, you ain't gonna have that problem when you get here. That line is bad and good for players that don't work. And that's been spoon-fed their whole life. That's always number one in the nation, things like that. But he really don't work. And you see that a lot. When they get in the NBA, they game pan out. Because they satisfied. But I guess it's just all about where you're from. Like I never fed into that line because I know who I'm playing for and what my mama ain't got and what I want to give her. So I would never get complacent.
But did you have a chance to come out early?
Yeah, definitely. I had it. If I wanted to leave, I could have left my sophomore year. I was leading the nation in assist turnover ratio as a sophomore. Ended up coming back. I was a young kid. I was just turned 19. I'm like, man, I'm just enjoying college. Like I'm not ready. About 155 pounds. I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do in the NBA? Then my junior year, we lost Coach Hoiberg to the Bulls. We had a new coaching staff, Steve Crone come in.
Coach Hoiberg coached you?
Yeah, Coach Hoiberg coached me the first 2 years before he went to Chicago. And he told me I had a chance. He said, man, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be set for the rest of your life.
So as a junior, you could have left?
Yeah, I could have left my junior year. Only reason I honestly didn't leave my junior year, we played Kansas. It was like 13 seconds left. I pump fake Frank Mason. He jumped in the air. I get into his body, messed my shoulder up, like this bone. I had to get shot in it, a numbing shot for the rest of the year, going in the Big 12 tournament and the NCAA tournament. And I just wasn't ready. I couldn't shoot a jumper, so it was pointless for me to come out, and I just didn't feel prepared. And I just said, we're gonna try this one more time and live with the results. People was like, you hot now, you junior year, leave. I mean, I listened to me and my mom. And that was our agreement, and I don't regret the decision at all.
Okay, now you got to for half. You want more half?
This ain't the...
Okay, right there. Right there's good. Right there's good. For ball. Yes, sir. Short.
7 straight triples, right? 7 straight triples.
Yes, Mr. Basketball now. That's right. Triple number 1.
Short. I know the game. Six more of them. 6 more of them. There you go. Where you want this one? Right here?
You missed it.
Where you want the next one?
I'll
Right
do
here?
that. You can't make it.
You want the next one right here?
It's not making sense. You missed that. There it is.
Come here, bro.
It's home cooking.
I put so much work in. They gotta show love back sooner or later.
So what was it like for you at Iowa State? Like, you know, 4 years being there. I'm pretty sure everyone knew you. You know, what was it like? Talk to us about what it was like in college.
I felt like LeBron.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like a LeBron James vibe, man. Like man, I walk
Fans
around,
everywhere,
fans everywhere, he's selling it out. After games, I can't even get to my car.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was crazy, man. Real different.
Right.
Like going to girls' basketball games or football games, and I'm trying to watch the game. I got a line wrapped around, like, yo, let's get an autograph. Like,
wow.
Like,
and do things like that keep you in college, or does that like kind of
especially when you winning too.
Right.
And you coming back with the same group of guys the next year, it's like we getting better too, man. Let's do it again, you know. So I gave my all to that university, and that's why I'm open with open arms when I come back always. Right. Because they know, you know, I could have left, but I came back just because of the support and all that, and my teammates and all the coaches. So I love Iowa State, man. It's a great university, bro. Yeah.
I challenged myself, you know, when I got dropped off here, we traveled deep as a family like we always do. June 15, 2013, I remember the date like it was yesterday, you know, and now we're here. So my challenge to myself, I wanted to treat my career like a, you know, hourglass. Once my mom left and went back to Flint, I wanted to turn it over, and hourglass is filled back up. So when hourglass is filled, I wanted to be able to tell myself I was a better person and a better player, you know, now in 2017 than I was when I first got the Capitals. And I honestly can say I am a better person, but that come with y'all pushing me, taking pictures with kids and signing autographs. That's behind wherever I come from.
So let's talk about your beginnings in Flint, Michigan. What is Flint like?
Flint is a basketball city. I mean, that's all we really do is hoop. Like Pro-Am summer, everybody selling out the Pro-Am gyms and everything, watching guys that used to have game, that still do have game, going against us. You know, just testing their talents and you know, having fun, man. It's, you know, GM used to be big in Flint. You know, that's where it all started at. We had so many jobs and things like that. Then we got hit with the water crisis, and it's kind of deteriorating down, you know. But Flint, I love Flint. But at the end of the day, you know, me and Kyle trying to get together and make it even that much better, you know, so people can stay in Flint and not move out. Because I know it's some young guys, young talent coming up, and I don't want the city to just crash. I want them to say they from Flint, not somewhere else. You know, just because of the situation, and they scared to say they from Flint because they don't want people to judge them. You know, so Flint is Flint, but people don't understand the struggle until you actually see that welcome to Flint sign, and you get that vibe. Like it's some different stuff right here.
Monte Morris prides himself on being a Flint tough point guard. After leading Beecher High School to the Michigan State Championship, the Bob Cousy Award finalist is the Big 12 leader in assists, and he's made one memorable pass after another all season. But this assist is by far the biggest of Morris's life. Wanting to do something for the people in Flint, he reached out and put together a cell phone video asking for help. Hy-Vee CEO Randy Edeker saw the video and decided to lend a hand. And now 11 semi-trailers full of bottled water, matching the number 11 on Morris's uniform, are on their way from Ames to Flint.
I'm emotional. It brought a lot of tears to my eyes because don't nobody want their city to be like that, and it's just hard. It's just hard to talk about, honestly.
You gonna score? That's gonna give it a one. What's that, 2-1? 3-1, my fault. What type of money you talking about? You missed it. Huh? You missed it too. That is money. You missed it too. It's like you got a ball. I'm gonna come back on the road. Oh, you're not guarding? You're not guarding? You're not. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's your comfort zone right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anywhere out here, he ain't coming. No. Yes, sir. Come on! He go. He out there. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, he got it! He got it! He got it! Yes, sir. Oh, my God. This is a three. This is a three. Oh, yeah! Tie game! Is it 4-3 or 4-4?
So you actually went to elementary school with Kyle Kuzma.
Cool.
So how is that like? How's your relationship right now?
My relationship great, man. I can call him whenever. I can call him right now. He'll pick up.
Right.
It's funny, man. Me and Kyle used to battle. We was on the same AAU team growing up.
Really?
Yeah, all the way to about the sixth grade. Then me and Kyle was about the same height, because I didn't grow no more. Kyle might have had me by an inch.
Right.
We ended up going to separate high schools. He went to Bentley. I went to Flint Michigan.
Okay. Well, why didn't y'all go to the same high school?
I don't know. I don't know.
Created the whole powerhouse.
Honestly, we were trying to get Kyle to come to my school though. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it."
And he never came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. But we spent night over each other's houses a lot.
Right.
And then my junior year, we played in the playoffs. We beat him in the districts, and then he went prep that next year.
Right.
Came back home about 6'8". We like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, what you been doing? Big and everything, and his game just grew, man. Just grew and grew, and he took advantage of the combine, played well, turned heads. And then, Lakers took him.
Right. So he did 4 years as well, right?
Yeah, well, he did 3, but he redshirted his first year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So did y'all plan it or something? How did y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
same elementary, same AAU, same year get drafted.
I mean, it was crazy. I guess it's just God.
Yeah, it's destiny, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm proud of him, man. Right. I seen him come from the ground up to people who used to not pick him up, at the Y and stuff like that. To now, the grind real, and I tell him all the time, keep doing. You put a smile on my face. When you say you from Flint on TV, that's big for the city. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, that's my best friend.
Okay, so who's the funny guy on the team on Denver?
Richard Jefferson.
Jefferson, RJ? That's one of my favorite guys. Yeah. Okay, who's the guy that nobody laughs at his jokes?
Nicola.
Who's the most athletic on the team? Kenneth Fareed.
Yeah.
Who's the best one-on-one player on the team?
Between me and Will Barton.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is always in the bathroom?
Who's always in the bathroom? Mason, Plumlee.
Plumlee, yeah. Who's the guy you don't want to room with?
Torrey Craig.
Yeah. Who's the guy you do want to room with? That's always lit.
Will Barton.
Will Barton.
Yeah,
Okay.
We got a good vibe. Like we from like the same type city.
Right. Okay. Who has the most swag on the team?
I have to go with Trey Lyles.
Okay.
Trey's pretty good.
Trey? Kenna.
More fashion, yeah.
Okay. And then who is like the awkward socially guy that just doesn't match at all?
Tyler.
Tyler?
Mine,
okay.
Yeah.
Who's the first one in the gym every day?
I say the rookies.
Rookies?
Yeah.
All rookies, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the last one in the gym every day?
Paul, for sure.
Yeah? Paul Millsap?
We call him Big Cool.
Oh, yeah?
Chill.
Yeah?
Big chill.
He takes his time?
Take his time.
Take his time?
You know, he ain't pressed, but he go out and get you some buckets.
Right.
Chill. Yeah.
Who's the ladies' man on the team?
We got a few ladies, man. I gotta go with my boy Torrey Craig.
Okay. Who's the car guy on the team? Like, who has the best car on the team?
Will, because we got a Bentley.
A Bentley,
yeah,
okay.
We got a Bentley.
Who has the best shoe game on the team?
On the court?
On the court.
Trey, easy. Trey Lyles. Off the court, I gotta go with, DA.
Okay. And then, where do you fit in terms of swag on the team?
I'm like top 4.
Top 4?
Yeah, my bag ain't even like them yet. When I get they type of bag, I'll be #1.
Swagged out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hey, in the 6, man, you can shoot from. You can shoot right here in the 6, don't you?
We gonna hug this line. It's a little deeper, ain't it? Come on.
Oh, yeah, he missed it. Oh, yo, no, oh, hell! Got me dead out there. That's a lot of time, y'all. Monte has a broken sweat. I'm getting shaky. Pick up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kyle Kuzma, I'm coming for you. You next. You next. 5. I'm gonna hit this. I'm the X Factor. Come on! Just one! You did it. Oh. What's that? 6 9. There we go. My first game. First minute. Come on, Monte. Oh, yeah, I got his attention now. You got to play me now. Got the shot. Oh! Missed it. I lifted it. I lifted that! Oh! You got every stretch, man. Mr. Basketball guys got stretch. I'm dead right now. Oh, man. Monte's no joke. I'm slammed.
Okay, so talk about the impact that your family had on you. Could you have made it without them? You know, talk about your mom, your relationship with your mom. Let us know, what's the family dynamics like with you?
I would just say, honestly, it's just close-knit family. We never sugarcoat nothing. You know, I ain't had no dad in my life, you know, so it's just me and my mom. And then, you know, I got my granddad. You know, my grandma just passed 2 years ago. Yeah, so, I mean, growing up, I got my auntie, Nicole, Felicia. You know, growing up, it was, you know, like us, you know what I'm saying? And for us to, like, for them to see me grow, and they supported me so much, telling me, you gonna be in the NBA.
Right.
And then me just saying it just because they saying it, but then actually I seen it come into reality. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like,
right.
Playing in my room on a basketball Nerf hoop,
Right.
mimicking people that I want to be like.
Right.
And then it's like, hey, it's here. Like, it's real. It's real. Like, So without them, couldn't make it happen, man. I mean, next season I expect to be in a rotation. I'm gonna take that edge to summer league and then the training camp, and also try to be a leader. Also want to be talked about as one of the most improved players in the NBA, and that's why I'm here training and gotta keep my skills up to par so I can be ready to back up my talk.